Welcome to the Voice of the Coast. I am your host, Danica. Along with me, we have Taylor Robison, who is the Education and Prevention Coordinator with Hearts of Hope. Lots of hearts, lots of hope. You guys do quite a lot for the community, but for those who don't know, tell us a little bit about Hearts of Hope.
We are the sexual assault service provider for St. Mary Parish, and what that means is we assist children and adults who are victims of sexual abuse. And that also entails protective orders, court accompaniment, law enforcement accompaniment, anything a victim may need, we're there to help them.
So pretty much you kind of create a safe space for those individuals who are victims.
Yes.
Yeah. When it comes to the education and prevention, obviously that's your job. What is it that you do?
Yes. So we have one program which we're going to go into detail about today, and it's called Girl Talk. My job is to go out in the community and find ways to prevent things and educate everyone on how we can potentially prevent sexual assaults from occurring.
I love this, and when I looked at some of the offerings, the different programs within it, I think it's great. And I know that you have, an age range for the individuals you're going to be, hosting. But I love the idea of girl talk. I told you when you came here, I said, we don't have any coffee, but this is coffee talk, and it's girls talk. And we're going to talk a little bit about some of the things that you'll be discussing. And one of them is financial literacy. And before we get started, it's for girls between the ages of 13 and 18.
Yes.
We talked a little bit about this, like, you can't expand that, because I got some girls of my own that I think would do great. And I think even us adults could probably use this, but financial literacy is definitely one.
Yes, and as some of the people in the community may know, I was a domestic violence advocate for about 12 years, and financial literacy is really important, especially for young girls and women. The majority of the time, a woman will go back into an abusive relationship due to financial abuse.
Yeah.
Does not have control of the money, or, you can't really make rent with minimum wage and, raising kids. So financial independence and literacy is really important for young women these days.
And you're right, a lot of folks don't know that. And financial abuse is a thing. We think about mental, we think about physical, even emotional and verbal abuse, but financial abuse is really high up there, especially if by chance the victim is a woman and the breadwinner is either a husband or the significant other. What are you going to do when you're thinking about leaving a situation?
Exactly. It's really hard. So I'm very excited about this portion of Girl Talk to be able to teach young girls about saving and just what financial literacy entails in general.
Also, writing a check, right?
Yes, I will be teaching them how to write checks and creating a monthly budget.
And then you're also going to probably teach them how to sign their name in script, because I don't know if these kids even know how to write in cursive. So that may be another lesson.
I mean, I can try.
Okay. But that's good. I think another one that I think is really up there, social media and body image.
Yes.
My goodness, all of which I think kind of go hand in hand, because it's the media, not me, okay? I'm just saying. The media who really has placed these stipulations on what a young woman should look like. Not just young women, let's just talk about women altogether. What's the perfect body, the perfect facial feature? And we never put emphasis on inner beauty. And I said I was gonna say this, but I don't call anybody ugly, because what you have, somebody likes it.
Exactly.
Somebody loves it, okay? So we talked a little bit about this, and you mentioned, and unfortunately, you were bullied.
Yes.
You said you felt you were overweight, you had glasses and curly hair.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. I have an uncle, girl. He love all that. I'm just saying,
Somebody likes it.
Somebody loves it. Okay, but how did you get over it?
My mom and my grandmother were my support system. I remember growing up, my mama would wake me up every morning saying, "Good morning, beautiful."
Aww.
Not every young girl has that. And to this day, she FaceTimed me this morning and said, "Good morning, beautiful."
Yeah.
Not every young girl has that, but that is what Girl Talk is for, to help empower young girls and embrace your body. Your body gets you through your trauma. Your body gets you through your day-to-day. You need to learn to love it.
And our bodies are beautiful.
Yes.
We are magical creatures. I just need girls, women to know that we are powerful and we are magical.
Yes.
I'm telling you, I don't believe in a unicorn, but I believe in a woman's body, okay? So I think that's great. And I think by highlighting that, you give girls that empowerment and they start to take back their lives and say, yeah, I am beautiful. I don't care what anyone else says. I
Yes.
have enough confidence in myself to believe it. I think it's great. We're going to take a short break,
Okay.
but we'll be right back to talk more about girl talk. So guys, if you're watching, stay there. I know you may have some daughters. Just stay here because we'd like to get them involved. So come on back right here on the Voice of the Coast. Welcome back to the Voice of the Coast. Again, I am your host, Danica. Along with me, we have Taylor Robison, who is the Education and Prevention Coordinator with Hearts of Hope. This is a girl talk, what is called Girl Talk. It's 6 weeks long. So it's not just a one-day thing. You drop your girls off and then you come on back and you talk about everything you learned. No, this is kind of like I guess maybe a group setting, right?
Yes.
Of young girls between the ages of 13 and 18. And I guarantee you're probably going to fill up because once they realize all the different sections or segments you'll be talking about, I know all these girls between 13 and 18, especially middle school, that's that critical age where bullying really seems like it's at an all-time high that, they could really benefit from this. How did this all come about? I know it came about through a grant.
It's a grant that we receive. So we created the curriculum and we're ready to get started in St. Mary.
Yeah. So, of course, there are 3 facilities. This
Yes.
is going to be held in,
This is going to be held in Franklin.
yes. And what's the hours?
It's going to be held, it's going to start on
April.
April 18th from 5 to 6:30 p.m.
Okay, and it's going to be in Franklin. What's the site? What's the
Yes.
location?
When the parents register, I will send them an email with the address and the times and specific details like that.
Okay. How do they register?
The QR code on the flyer that's going to be provided, that's how they register.
Okay, awesome. So Girl Talk is going to talk about 6 different things over the course of 6 weeks.
Yes.
We've got financial literacy, stress management, conflict resolution, social media, body image, and did I mention financial literacy?
Yes, and effective communication.
Effective communication, that's right. It's going to
Yes.
be over the course of 6 weeks. And it being a group setting, do you think the girls will be comfortable to be able to talk about, situations? I mean, obviously that's the hope.
That is the hope, yes. And that's why it's going to be limited to 15 participants because we wanted it small to where girls can feel comfortable to open up.
And who's facilitating this?
I will be facilitating it.
And I know you're not too far off from their age. You know what's going on. And you also have 2 younger sisters.
Yes.
So, and of course, you mentioning your own struggles that you've been able to do. You think that you'll be able to connect with them?
Yes, I do feel I will be able to connect with them.
But in addition to that, I think you have some high schoolers you're looking for.
Yes, we're looking for high schoolers to be mentors in the program to mentor the younger girls as well, with me as the facilitator, of course.
What will be their role? I know you said mentor, but what's their role?
Just to kind of mentor the girls, help them. If you're in the same school and you see this person being bullied, are you there for them? If they're having trouble with a certain subject, mentoring them. If one high schooler has that leadership ability, that confidence that is needed, maybe she can help these younger girls gain that confidence as well.
So it starts April 18th, and it's going to
Yes.
be once a week on Wednesdays, right?
Yes.
At one particular location. Once they register, will there be refreshments?
So unfortunately, the grant does not cover food or drinks. So I am asking for the community to donate food and drinks for the girls. Anything from vegetables and fruits to chips and dip, water, things like that, just to make it feel a little more comfortable for the girls.
Yeah. Now I know if I'm around young women or women, my age, and we're able to gel, I'm like, oh, I like her style. I mean, are you going to be able to keep up with them? I mean, after the 6 weeks, is it over, or do you follow up?
No, we're going to follow up. Yes, we will.
Okay, well, that kind of keeps them all together and they'll get to know. And being that it's in Franklin, but it is for the entire parish.
Yes, it is for the entire parish.
They just have to be provided, you have transportation to be able to make it.
Yes, and I would like to host it in Morgan City, maybe during the summertime or next school year. But the grant does not pay for me to rent out a space, so the space would have to be donated, of course, and it would probably need to be after hours because I also do this in Iberia Parish as well.
Okay. Now, we mentioned that Hearts of Hope is a safe space.
Yes.
Would this also be one of those spaces where, what goes on here stays here?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, if something occurs and is said to me, I am a mandated reporter, I do have to report it, but this will be a safe space for young women to talk about things they're experiencing and how we can uplift and empower them.
Yes. Do you find that kids are a lot more secretive when it comes to their lives?
Yes,
Yeah.
they are.
But that's good that you're not too far removed from them, and they may be a little more open to talking to you. Like I said, girl, extend that age. I got some girls that could use these services. So if you'd like to get involved, make sure to reach out to Taylor. We'll come on back right here on the Voice of the Coast. We've got more to cover. Welcome back to the Voice of the Coast. Again, I am your host, Danica. Along with me, we have Taylor Robison, who is the Education and Prevention Coordinator with Hearts of Hope. And we're talking about Girl Talk. But this is the first time that it's been done in St. Mary Parish. They've been hosting this for a while in Lafayette, but the first time in Franklin. Tell me a little bit about how it's been done in Lafayette. Like, what's the morale, the camaraderie? I mean, tell me a little bit about how, like, the girls get along.
So it was started during COVID and it was virtual. So when I accepted the position, they told me I can put my own spin on it. And I was like, well, I don't want it to be virtual, because to truly uplift and empower someone, you need that in-person experience. So we're going to change it up, but they have had good results in Lafayette as well. So we're going to make sure we have those results here in St. Mary too.
Now there's another location as well. So they're on St. Mary, also Lafayette Parish, and where's the other
And we have
location?
a satellite office in St. Landry Parish as well.
Okay, awesome. Where are you located in Franklin?
We are at 1013 Main Street. We have an office within Shea Hope Supervised Visitation Center.
Okay. So of course you deal with, children as well as adults who are victims of sexual abuse. To really bring this home, I mean, are there a lot of victims that maybe people don't know about? I mean, does this happen often?
This happens more than we would like to think. And that is why it is so important for us during Girl Talk to empower girls, because you don't know what someone is going through behind closed doors. You don't know what that student walking down that hall is holding inside that they've never told anyone. That is why kindness is so important. You could be the straw that breaks that child's back.
Oh, yeah. You got to offer people grace.
Yes.
You never know what they're going through. It doesn't take anything to be kind. You're right.
Exactly.
It's very free, very much free. Again, 6 weeks, kicking off on my birthday, by the way, just so you guys know, April 18th. That's great that it's kicking off that day. Which, by the way, what day is that? A Wednesday?
That is a Wednesday.
Okay, I wish it was on a Saturday. Man. But it's from 5 to 6:30.
Yes.
And all you got to do is register.
Just register.
Is there a phone number besides just the QR code?
Yes, they can call me at 337-345-5838.
One more time.
337-345-5838.
Kind of some numbers you got to remember. I got you. I
Yes.
understand. And in addition to that, so you're hosting 15 girls, but you want 2 additional young women who are going to be mentors. So that's technically 17.
So
I mean,
it's
15,
within that
excuse me,
15.
or
Within
17.
that 15,
Okay,
I'm looking
gotcha.
for 2 high school students.
Okay.
And what we're going to do is these 2 high school students, if they possess those leadership skills and those mentor skills, these 2 students and I are going to look for some risk and protective factors in our community and maybe figure out how we can change these things. And it can be anything from just things kids need more in town. Okay. And we can maybe go to the parish council or a city council, wherever we see there's an issue, to see if we can be put on the agenda to try to fix this.
Would this be something that you'll do more than just, once a year?
So I'm going to try. My role is very expansive, so I also have several other projects I'm working on as well. I don't just cover St. Mary, I cover Iberia Parish as well. Actually, I cover all of our parishes, but mainly we're trying to revitalize this in St. Mary and Iberia and kick it off here. I'm also have another project called Safe Bars, where I will be trying to find local bars in the area to sign up their bartenders to attend this national training via Zoom. And it just kind of goes over bystander intervention. What are you looking for in potential sexual assaults and how can we stop it?
Okay.
And then I also am going to be reaching out to SLCC Morgan City and UL about coalitions on campus regarding sexual assaults.
Okay.
So I wish I could dedicate all of my time to Girl Talk,
Yeah.
but unfortunately I can't. So I would hope I can get two,
Yeah.
but I may just be able to do one.
But there's also something you would like to do. You're trying to also maybe open it up to having professionals come in as well that would
Yes.
be able to kind of help you with the curriculum.
So next grant cycle, I may ask if I can bring in strong, powerful, influential women in our community to come speak to the girls and help empower them and uplift them.
Awesome. All right, we're going to take another break, but come on back right here on the Voice of the Coast. See you shortly. Welcome back to the Voice of the Coast. Again, my guest is Taylor Robison, who is the Education and Prevention Coordinator with Hearts of Hope. So with that, we're talking about Girl Talk. And just one more time, just to reiterate all the different portions of the curriculum that you'll be talking about: financial literacy, stress management, effective communication, social media, body image, as well as conflict resolution.
Yes.
Get them all in there. It's a 6-week program starting off on April 18th, and I'll take you up until about May sometime.
Yes.
And because I know your schedule is pretty tight, so once May is done, you're going on to another project, another major project. But because of this, I think and I hope that these girls, it will create a bond within themselves. And one thing about St. Mary Parish, we're small. But so often you hear people, well, we're divided by that Calumet cut. So if you get all these girls from different sides of the parish, they'll have, be able to forge relationships. And that in itself kind of creates this empowerment circle of young women.
We're stronger together.
I love it. Is that the motto?
It's mine.
It's your motto? Okay, great. But in this, of course, it's going to be discussion, but you're going to have booklets?
Yes, we created booklets for the girls. And in these booklets, we will have activities we will do during Girl Talk. And then they're going to have a weekly challenge to take home. And I can give you an example. Our social media portion, I'm going to ask them to identify 3 social media influencers who have the same body image or body type as them. And then what is something they learned from this person?
Okay.
Was it the way they embraced their arms, the way they danced, their confidence? What did you learn from this person who had the same body image as you?
It's going to be interesting to see if they have the same type of influencers. Are they watching
Yes.
the same influencers? Or maybe they're not. Maybe they're looking at young women that they would like to look like.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting as well.
I particularly on TikTok and Instagram follow women who look like me.
Okay.
Yes, I am a bigger woman, but I love to work out. I wake up at 4 a.m. and work out.
Yes.
So I follow a lot of plus size influencers who exercise.
Yeah.
So it's just fun to learn. Once you get older, you grow into yourself.
That's true. Yeah.
And you learn to love yourself.
Yes.
And I hope that's what the girls can take away from this.
Yeah, right. Get started early. Don't wait till you become much older and say, ain't nothing I can do about these arms, ain't nothing I can do about these knees. It's just what comes with the territory and with life. So
Yes.
hopefully they're able to accept those things. And I think that's good that Girl Talk is going to be happening. Again, it's kicking off April 18th. And these weekly challenges sound really good. Now I'm thinking about, because I'm a TikTok head, and I'm thinking, who do I follow? I don't even know if I'll put that much interest in anybody like that. But again, I'm not in that same age category. So, but it would be definitely good to see what the girls come up with. And I'd love for you to come back and kind of give me a report on how things are, especially in that little window where you have not a lot going on.
I can definitely do that.
Yeah. Are you also going to be maybe collaborating or either reporting to the parents at all?
Yes, the parents, if they would like to see the booklet ahead of time to see what the girls will be learning about, they are more than welcome to call me or email me, and I can show them what we will be looking at.
You know what I'm envisioning in my mind? Somehow I'm thinking it's going to be lots of emotions, maybe even some crying. Is that okay?
That's okay. Feelings are okay. Crying is okay. Doubt is okay. Everything you feel is okay, but it's not okay to stay stuck in those feelings.
Yes. One of the things that I'm really interested to also hear about what the curriculum is like for conflict resolution. I think all of us could probably, I know I can, I'm just being honest. You said to properly
Learning how to properly apologize.
apologize.
So you should not say, well, you made me feel this way. You should say, well, I feel this way because. And not using accusing language, but using language that describes how we feel.
Yeah, that's awesome. One more time for that number for folks to get in contact.
It is 337-345-5838.
All right, get into this girl talk. I feel like Wendy Williams, you know, how you doing? Come to Girl Talk. 13 to 18,
Yes.
6 weeks beginning April 18th. And it's going to be a really good, I believe, especially with the different topics: financial literacy, stress management, effective communication, conflict resolution, social media, and body image, all the things of which those girls in between the ages of 13 to 18 deal with. And if you are one of, you know, kind of the stronger, more confident seniors and you feel like you can be a mentor, they're looking for at least 2 high school girls. So make sure to get involved. Thank you, Taylor. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
No problem. We'll see you guys next time. Make sure to subscribe to us on Facebook. We are KWBJ TV 22.